question 14 from the GATE 2020 EE paper, where we are given that a common source amplifier with drain resistance 4.7 kilo ohms is powered using a 10 volt power supply. We assume that the transient conductance GM is 520 microamp per volt and are asked to find the voltage gain of the amplifier. Underneath the question, you will find the title of the NPTEL course or video most relevant to this topic. In this question, we are given a common source amplifier. So let us first draw the circuit for a common source amplifier. Right? So the common terminal, right, is what is grounded, and the input comes to the gate with the output load going to the drain for a common source amplifier. And in this question, we are given that the drain resistance is 4.7 kilo ohms. So this resistance connected on the drain is 4.7 kilo ohms. Even though they've given us the power supply, it's not necessary because this is a small signal analysis question. We are given that GM is 520 microamps per volt. So the idea is that the transistor has been biased in such a way that we get the following GM, right? So GM is 520 microamps per volt for the transistor, right? Finally, we have asked to find out what the voltage gain of the amplifier is. So since we are not given an output resistance, we assume that the transistor is ideal in the sense that it doesn't have it has infinite output resistance. So replacing the transistor by its small signal equivalent, we find that if this is VGS, this is GM VGS going through RD, and this is V out, right? This is V in, and A is V out by V in. So current I is equal to GM VGS, flows like that, and since VGS is VI, we get that the current is GM VI, and so therefore a voltage drop like that is formed. Let's say that voltage drop, so that voltage drop will be IRD. But since V out has the opposite polarity of that voltage drop, we say V out is minus IRD, which is equal to minus GM VI RD. And since A is equal to V out by V in, this is equal to minus GM RD, right? So the voltage gain V out by V in is minus GM RD. Substituting 520 micro and RD is 4.7 kilo, we get a value of minus 2.44. Thus the answer is A.